Sweet. Hello, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, which means it's hump day. Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be waiting for people to come on, and then we'll start going. Oh, I just got the notification on my watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna share this video so all my friends can watch. There we go. Awesome. We have another exciting topic for everyone today.
All about how you can thrive
Mm-hmm.
in your everyday life.
We'll give everybody just about 30 seconds and then we'll take off.
We'll mention some announcements. Hey, Donnie. While we are waiting for some people to come on. So word of the day giveaway ends this Saturday. Make sure you sign up for our class. Make sure you stay tuned for at-home classes on Facebook Live to hear the word of the day and get in for a chance to win an awesome prize. Hey, Lisa, what's up? We also have 5:45 p.m. Payo on site with Alicia today. Woo, woo, woo. And 7 p.m. at home Facebook Live, Total Body Burn with coaches Tony and Coach Elena. So make sure you stay tuned for that later tonight. And on Friday, we do have our Ask the Trainer with me and Coach Elena. So after this, if you have any questions that you could possibly need to ask a trainer, drop them below.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. We ready to roll?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, so we're going to talk about how you can thrive in your everyday life, y'all. So I really liked, me and Coach Sara are going to be talking about ways you can go from surviving to thriving, and we found this really cool article on HuffPost saying 31 ways to move from surviving to thriving. So we're going to base some of our information off that and just our personal experiences. But one thing that I really liked that article said was, if you were a plant, would you be growing, flourishing, and resilient in a drought or a flood? Or would you wither and barely get by when nature's circumstances stray from the ideal? So it's kind of like, how can you combat a situation and still be able to thrive in it, even though that situation is not ideal? So let's go ahead and talk about it. You want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah.
So we just kind of went through this list of 31 things, and anything that just kind of stood out to us personally, we decided to share today. So one of the things on the list was to unplug your devices and just be still. And I think it's pretty safe to say that most of us have our phones on us all the time. In fact, my kids are constantly, oh, Mommy, time me while I run around the house. See how fast I can do it. Or, Mommy, take a picture of me. And just the other day, I decided to leave my phone in the house while we went outside and played, and they asked me, to time them, and I said, oh, I don't have my phone on me, and they were kind of bummed out and shocked in a way, and so there's just a sense of not being connected constantly can be very refreshing, and there's lots of ways to just be in the moment, and I think just leaving your phone in a different room for a while is very beneficial. Even if you don't make the time to do that every day, just once a week or on the weekends or maybe Sundays, just purposefully keep it away from you, and I guarantee things will just feel different and you'll feel really refreshed doing that. So.
Oh yeah, I love that. I think adding on to that, one of the ones that I have written down is take time in the morning for yourself. So even leaving your phone in a different room and just writing down like 5 gratitudes of the day. I've mentioned this before on a wellness check, but like getting your mind right for the day, setting your intentions, what are your goals to get through the day. So a couple things that I do in the morning just for myself, I leave my phone on Do Not Disturb in my room. So leaving the devices somewhere else, don't look at social media or Instagram or Twitter or that kind of thing. And I either go on a walk, now that I have a puppy, I take her out, just kind of no devices. Morning yoga is a thing that I've also done. Just even like a 5 to 10 minute flow, it feels really good, and you're like stretching those muscles and everything. But yeah, writing in the journal the 5 gratitudes of the day and just setting those intentions and setting yourself up to win instead of setting yourself up for failure.
Sure. Well, and to then play off of that with gratitude as well, items on the list was to practice radical gratitude. So you just feel better when you're grateful for things, and when you really take the time to sit back and think about that. You may be in a situation that just seems just down or just not very good, but really just kind of, I know this is cliche, but things could always be worse in a sense, you know? And I think for the most part, in most situations, if you're feeling down, you can probably find something positive to spin out of it. And I know we've talked a lot about that just in the time that we're living in the pandemic. Even though lots of things changed, there's also good things that came out of it as well. And I don't feel like we need to, beat that into the ground and go over that a million times, because we've talked about that before. But definitely finding something to be grateful in every situation will just make you feel better no matter what.
Yes. So, was that your next one?
Perfect. So, what you got?
Bouncing off of that one, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Just like these wellness checks are here to uplift y'all, we're trying to uplift you. Try to uplift yourself. You don't need to be perfect all the time. You could think you're just surviving and getting by, but to an outside perspective, you're probably thriving. So don't be so hard on yourself. Remind yourself how awesome you are. Hey, Jason, and how far you've come and how much farther you are to go. Just because you're maybe not right where you want to be right now doesn't mean you won't be, tomorrow, a week from now, a year from now. So just kind of remind yourself that where you are right now and being in the present, it's totally fine. You're doing great. And to kind of remind myself that, I do like a personal mantra. I don't know if y'all have seen The Help, but there's like that tagline. It's like, you are kind, you're smart, you're important. I love that, and I encourage everybody to kind of do their own. So I wrote mine down, and I'm going to share it with y'all. So mine is, you are strong, you can do it, you are worth it, like you are powerful. So if you have one, maybe drop it in the comments, share with other people, and just remind yourself that daily.
Absolutely. So switching gears just a little bit, so another one on the list was compliment a stranger.
Ooh.
So just be nice to people. It's amazing how it makes you feel. But complimenting a stranger, you don't know what kind of day that person is having or their life situation, but think about a time when you've received a compliment from a stranger and how good that made you feel. And I walked into a store a couple of months ago, and I had on a mask that I got from Etsy, so homemade or whatever. And I got a compliment from the girl that was at the cash register that she liked my mask, and that just made me feel good, and it probably made her feel good to even say that to a stranger. And, right now, that's a great time, that's a great compliment to use on a lot of people, because everyone's got different ones, and they're just kind of fun to see. So, compliment a stranger. It can make your day and their day even better.
I love that. Another one on here was to laugh. So I have this quote. To thrive, you need 3 bones. You need a wishbone, so you need to, have a dream set in front of you, a backbone, be tough, stand up for yourself, and a funny bone. I think humor is the cure to basically anything and everything, and if you're laughing, it tends to be a great core workout. So, just finding the humor in every situation, and thriving is a different definition for everybody, I think. So depending on what that definition is for you, mine is just, having a good work-life balance, finding the joy in every day. So humor is a big one for me. That, humor brings people joy.
Absolutely.
So depending on that definition for you, try to find that laughter in every day and everything like that.
So many health benefits to laughing.
Yeah.
And lifting your mood. So why not? Yeah. Just make light of situations and don't be so serious all the time.
Absolutely.
Sure. Another one on my list that I have is that they listed in the article was transform your to-do list. And I already do this, and so I wanted to share it with you guys too. Basically, instead of doing things that are easier first or that you like to do first, go ahead and knock out what you don't like. So, for example, we'll just use cleaning as one thing. So, I hate to dust. It's the least rewarding cleaning chore out there. You do it and it's there already, almost instantly. I hate it. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to knock that out of the way first.
Yeah.
And then I go down my list and do other things. And then vacuuming, I could vacuum all day. And so I save that to the end. And it's kind of like that when and maybe some of you can relate to this too, when you eat food. So do you ever kind of save your favorite, think of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Do you save your favorite side dish as the last thing on your plate?
I put like my food together and like you have that exact bite that you're just like, this one's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, you just know it's gonna be awesome. So, so yeah, with your to-do list, just knock out the stuff that's not as much fun first, or that might take you a little longer to do, and you'll find that you'll be able to go through that list a little bit faster, and knock it out and feel more satisfied at the end.
Yeah, I need to apply that because I hate filling up my dishwasher and emptying my dishwasher. I don't know why. It just makes me mad. So I'm always, doing the vacuuming first because I enjoy that. But trying to apply that to my life, that would be good. Really good. Yeah.
Yes.
So bouncing off of that, another one that I have is, setting goals and take daily actions to meet them. So just try to find a win each day. Whether that win is, say your goal is to compliment one person a day, or say your goal is, I'm gonna go home and eat what's in the refrigerator instead of, getting takeout. That could be a win, even a small one like that. It'll make you feel, so much better. You're probably eating healthier food too if it's in your fridge. And just being, mindful of those goals and trying to reach them each day. But kind of to add on to that, I did want to take note in the article, it does say thriving is a choice. But it also said take stock of like what you have and take a moment to just enjoy it. A lot of the times we as people, strive to achieve and kind of are go, go, go. We're very productive people, and we never take a chance to just reflect and enjoy that, you may not be where you want to be, but you are thriving naturally. You may think you're just surviving, but odds are you're doing a lot more than that. You may not be where you want to be, but that's okay. So kind of sit back and enjoy that, and that could be one of your goals during the day. Just set back 5 minutes and just you're like, I got this. Check off the list and move on.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have one more.
Yes.
Okay. So the last one that I have written down is pay it forward. And when you think of pay it forward, probably the first thing that comes to mind is when someone buys someone's meal that's behind them, or buys the coffee of the person behind them. And that's great. And definitely do that. And I feel like kindness can be contagious, or at least I like to think that it is. So one personal example that I have, so I've grown up in Richmond, and the area that I live in, we have a 1-lane tunnel that goes underneath the interstate. So you have to take turns on who can go through, because it's just 1 lane.
Yeah.
Well, even from being a little 5-year-old, I can remember, you would patiently wait, the person would come through, and both people would just throw a hand up and wave. Or vice versa. If you're the one that comes through, you just kind of wave at that person who waited on the other end.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2020. I don't know. People are a little different than they were back when little Sara was 5 years old. And I still continue to wave at those people that waited for me to come through, or that I waited and let them come through. Sometimes I get a wave back. Sometimes there's nothing, and a little bit of me inside breaks whenever I don't get a wave back. But who knows? Maybe that person didn't know that that's kind of etiquette in our little area of town there to do that. And so maybe next time they'll start doing that, and make someone else just have a little burst of happiness when they get that gesture from somebody. So that's one thing. But holding the door for someone.
Yeah.
All the random acts of kindness that maybe you did in youth group, back in middle school or high school, do those as adults.
Yeah.
Hold the door. If the interstate's busy and someone's trying to get over, let them in. If someone cuts you off, maybe that was an accident. Because you've probably done that to someone before.
Probably not personal.
It's probably not personal. So just letting that go, being kind to people, and give them a little grace, because probably you've done that before. One more example, I worked at McDonald's for 6 years, and so nowadays, anytime I go to a fast food place and my order's messed up, instead of me just getting really upset, I just think, that's probably just payback for when I did that to someone when I worked there. So, you know, again, back to what we talked about, making light of situations.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just try to do that as much as possible, and you will definitely feel more like you're flourishing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Lisa said, I know that tunnel. Lisa, I hope you wave to people now.
Yay, yeah. Hopefully you throw up a hand and wave when you go through that. Oh, I love it.
I love that. Okay, so I guess to wrap it up, what would be your definition of thrive?
I guess at the end of the day, going home and feeling like I have been successful in what I do and in making someone feel good. I'm a people pleaser, so just knowing that maybe I made an impact on someone else's day in a positive way that day makes me feel like I'm thriving.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
Mine would be similar. I would say my definition of thrive is, you know, just having a positive attitude throughout the day and seeing if you can get somebody else to smile and just not taking life so seriously and being less stressed out about the little things that you don't need to be stressed out about.
For sure.
Yeah. Let us know y'all's definition of thrive in the comments. And speaking of thrive, guess what the word of the day is?
You guessed it.
It's thrive! So make sure you email my email. I'll write it in the comments. Or you can call the front desk and we'll put y'all down for the word of the day giveaway.
For the raffle. This is the last week, right? So
This
it
is
ends
the
on
last
Saturday.
week. And we have 3 awesome prizes, a mobility kit, resistance bands, and a food scale, a digital
Awesome.
food scale, which is pretty cool. So you get to choose which one you want. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Woo.
Thanks, everybody.